and welcome back to Staying Up with Cammie and Taryn. I'm Cammie.
And I'm Taryn, and every night we have a sleepover, but every week we invite you to join us. Welcome to Staying Up.
Welcome, welcome.
Hi, honey.
Hi, baby. How are you?
Happy morning.
Happy Tuesday morning.
I mean, happy late night. It's freaking middle of the night.
We're having a sleepover.
We're raging.
I don't even want to slumber. I'm too excited.
Dude, slumber is such a weird word.
It is a weird word.
It
Although
feels...
I couldn't even say that.
What do you think slumber looks like as a person? If slumber was a person.
Like tall and lanky, but like
So
Eeyore
opposite.
vibes where they're like, hi.
I was not getting tall or lanky. I was getting the exact opposite of both.
Like a little, like for some reason,
Like a
slumber's
meatball.
sleep deprived to me a little. And they're like, they have dark circle. Like it shouldn't. It doesn't make any sense. But they're like, oh.
Cute.
Oh.
Well, that is certainly not our mascot.
No.
Your energy is not it. Sweet. Hey, for those listening on Spotify or wherever you listen,
Where else
Thank
do
you.
even listen? I'm like, what do y'all
for those watching, thank you. For those just feeling our presence that aren't even tuned in, fuck you. Just kidding. Honey.
That was funny.
Oh, wherever you are in all of those places, please spend 5 seconds and just liking, subscribing, reviewing the classic things.
It's very helpful, and we greatly appreciate your time.
cool.
All right.
Now we got all that bullshit out of the way.
So annoying.
How are you doing, honey?
I'm pretty good. I'm still in my like wedding blue. I don't like calling it wedding blues. It sounds so dramatic. But I'm just
post wedding blues, like this like idea of it being
Yeah.
done and now you're sad.
No, because that's not even how I feel. It's like how you feel after a vacation or anything anyways, of just like getting back to life is hard. And it's like you almost need a vacation from vacation because you're like, I need to get my house back together. I have all these little like tasks that I need to do and working. So I don't like feeling there's so much to do because then I don't know even where to start, and then I just like don't. So I'm just feeling a little like that where I feel like I'm not doing enough, but I have too much to do. And I'm like, yeah.
Not finding the right balance.
Yeah, but our little runs that we've been doing, guys, we're runners now.
We became runner girls.
They've been really helping me and making me feel better. And like forcing myself to go to work events has been really helpful too. So I'm getting
She's
back to
becoming
balance.
a busy gal.
Yeah.
About this running situation, I have always wanted to be able to run like a fair amount.
Yeah.
I want to be able to run
Away. Is it your anxiety that is kind of triggering your desire? Sorry for quick sidebar, but
what is it?
because you're like,
What is it at my hold on.
Okay,
Hold on.
okay,
Let me
yeah,
really
yeah.
get in there. At my core, me wanting to run.
Mm-hmm.
One, I think this is completely a me thing. But for whatever reason, in my head, it's like extremely tied to athleticism.
To be able to just, well, because everyone you know who consistently runs are those type of people.
Yeah.
Like your friends who are like, I'm gonna go for a quick run.
Yeah.
Like they give off the vibe of like
It's like
healthy,
fit.
athletic.
It's just like in my head, it's so tied to being fit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I don't mean fit like a certain body type. I literally mean fit like
the ability to move a lot.
do that.
Yeah.
Is impressive to me.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, athletes can run, which is not, I know that is not legit. But in my head, there's some weird tie to that.
Well, a lot of athletes can run, and I think especially when we grew up, they like our schools put so much emphasis on running.
Yeah.
But like you were a tennis player, so it was very important to be able to have that kind of stamina.
So with tennis, I find that I'm a quick sprinter
Mm-hmm.
and I'm good at like quick movements.
Yeah.
When it gets into sustained long running, I can't do it. Like you've
Yeah.
seen me on these runs. I'm like, I peter out. I can't do it.
Yeah. I don't think
Anyway,
you peter
so
out, but
I just find it very impressive. And then part of it is my anxiety because I just want to be able, we were talking about this the other night at dinner. I want to be able to like, if we're on a road trip with our kids and we run out of gas and I am like, well, fuck, it's 5 miles away. I don't want to be like, I should have trained
I should have been prepared.
I should have been prepared for this moment. So instead, I am training now. And then when we do run out of gas, I'm going to be like, we ran out of gas. Don't worry. Mom's going to put on the gas. And then I'm going to go, I'm going to run. Yeah.
No, you're going to look at me and go, babe, I'm scared to go alone. Will you go do it? Which is why I'm running with her.
That's so bullshit. I'll do it.
I'm kidding.
Because at some point, I want to be able to put it to the test. And I think that something of that nature will be it.
I don't think that it'll actually come up in your life where you'll need it, but I think you will do like a 5K or a half marathon, or you'll do something where you like get to have a moment where you see your progress.
I just have this obsession too with like finishing something really hard that I didn't think that I could do.
Yeah.
And that always is running a marathon.
Mm-hmm.
It like I can't find another thing
because
that
it's like
would
the
be.
one thing. It's like you do that, or you do like an Ironman.
Yeah, I'm not doing an Ironman.
Or like, I don't know what all the other things are.
It's either that or an Ironman or the Man of Iron or the Runimani
or the Ant-Man. I don't know.
So yeah.
But I feel like it also plays into two sides of your anxiety. One is the doomsday, I need to be prepared if anything should happen and I need to do this.
Yeah.
I don't want us to die because I couldn't run 5 miles. And then the other side of you is your health anxiety.
Yes.
Where I think your head, your heart, and blood clots are top of your health anxiety.
I do everything for my head, my heart, and my blood clots. I've never gotten a blood clot, but I do fear that
you've never had any issues with any of those things, but those are the big fears that I see reoccurring. Yeah. And I think running helps with a lot of those things.
Yeah.
So in your head, it's like, you're probably like, yeah.
In my head, my heart, and my blood clots.
Deep in my blood clots.
So anyway, that's been a fun thing for me lately. I have really been in my body in a bad way, health anxiety wise lately.
Yeah.
And so pushing myself out of it has been really nice. And I thank you for your support. I feel like you have been great. I know you don't love running, but you've been going with me on these little excursions. And I actually think
I don't like it because I'm not good at it.
But you are. Like, I don't know what that's about because you are.
Well, these past couple runs have been incredibly easy. We did the first week, and they
don't go incredibly. I had a hard time.
Okay, maybe I'm amazing at running then. I don't know. But we've literally been doing
Ironman.
They're really short like interval runs. So we warm up, which is walking for 5 minutes, and then you run for a minute, walk for a minute and a half. And like when I do this stuff, I'm like, I can literally do anything for a minute. Yeah. Like, I'm not even gonna, if I start to think like, oh my God, is this almost over? My brain goes, shut the fuck up. It's a minute.
Fair.
What? You can't run for a minute. Like, get it together.
What are you thinking about when you're running? What were you thinking about in those minutes?
I've had, I think, big endorphin highs while we've been running because, like I said yesterday, I was like bored on the walking parts.
Yeah, you're like ready to run.
I was like, let's go. It's so fun. I'm literally listening to my music and I'm singing it so loud in my head, and I'm like, like I'm like just such a dork. I'm not thinking about anything. I'm just like,
singing in my head.
Yeah. You don't sing in your head?
Singing in my head.
I mean, I can't sing out loud. I have earbuds in, and we're outside with like the neighborhood. We're outside with the neighbor. We're outside.
He's always there.
In the neighborhood, and all the neighbors are out, and I'm like, if I'm like singing like a dying cat, this is gonna be awkward.
But like you're like hitting notes in your head.
I mean,
I guess I'm not understanding.
I don't know if when you sing in your head, you hear the song or it's your voice. I'll report back after our next run.
That is breaking my brain.
I feel like we don't, as a society, fully understand what we see and hear when we think. That's why, like, that big thing went around on TikTok where it was like,
do you hear another person's voice?
No, but are you seeing it? Or are you like if I'm picturing like an egg, am I seeing an egg? Am I like some people are like, I just see black, and then I'm like thinking about an egg, but I'm not seeing it. Other people are like, oh, it's like black, but I kind of see a picture of an egg. Other people are like, no, it's fucking egg. I see the goddamn egg. And I feel
What do you
like
see?
I think it's so hard to know. That's what I mean. I think it's like mainly black, but it's like, well, yeah, I'm looking at the back of my eyelids and I like see the pops of an egg. But then if I don't know, if I really go into it, I'm like, imagine you're cooking breakfast for us and you're getting the carton out of the I'm like, I can see that, right? I don't know. Can I?
That is going to make me spiral right here live on Staying Up.
Why? It's not like a bad
No,
thing.
it's just one of those things that it's like the second you like crack the egg,
yeah.
you're
What do you
like,
see?
whoa.
I think it's
There's
cool.
a lot going back there.
Yeah. I think it's
I
really
love
cool.
it, but it's also a lot.
But then I'm like, what am I hearing? I've only thought about what I'm seeing. What am I hearing? If
Well, I'm hearing someone else's voice at all times.
No, I just did it.
Oh,
wait,
I
sorry.
was like, why does that not scare you?
Sorry, I was singing a song in my head, and I was like, whose voice is it? And it literally was me going, 'cause girls is players too. And I was singing it, not the song.
I'm hearing the girl.
I hear the song, and she's there, and she's singing, but she's faint, and I'm like, girls is players too.
Oh, you're the main character in your own little brain.
Well, aren't we all?
That's just sweet.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you. So back to your hearing voices.
No, nothing.
Okay.
Gorgie, should we hop into it? Is there anything else you want to share about how you're feeling, how you're doing, kind of what this week has been like for you?
No.
Nope.
No, I'm pretty good, but I really do like this lip balm. Did you just
Is
try
it colored?
It's okay. That's why I didn't want to say it's not. It doesn't look like
Aw.
it at all. Not an ad, but Summer Fridays. If you want this to be, we can make it that way.
Yeah.
Summer Fridays released 2 different. I already love their lip balm.
Oh, I was like, oh my god. she
No,
did
I
it
was
again.
mocking myself.
Blendo.
And they released 2 different colors. One is like cherry or something, and it definitely shows color. It's like reddish. And then this one, which is pink sugar, and I went to put it on, and I don't really see a lot of color. Are you on TikTok now while we're doing this?
Sorry. I was going to show
So
that
rude.
clip. Sorry. No, while you were talking about the lip
Anyways,
balm, I was in
You're
my
not
head.
using my lip balm. What? What's on your TikTok?
I was just going to say, you said lip balm, and then it made me think.
When you baby talks?
Of the blender TikTok, but then I was like, that TikTok's too long to show. But what I really want to show is there's this TikTok that I have when Cam was asleep this morning, I probably watched this 40 times. I texted it to my friends. I can't stop.
We are also praying for the people of Puerto Rico.
Why? I don't understand. It's such an old clip.
We are also
Never heard
What?
it.
Really?
Puerto Rico. We love
Okay, babe.
Puerto Rico.
I just can't believe he was our president. That is so stupid.
It's so horrifying. We don't live in a simulation. We live in an SNL sketch. That's what I'm convinced. Okay, we're getting so out of nowhere. I don't know how.
Girly, this is a
A
sleepover.
random
This
clip
is what we
of-
do. We show TikToks. We laugh. We play. We tickle. No,
No, I'm still irritated that you cut me off talking.
I'm really sorry. My brain took me in a weird way.
Okay. Anyways, I'm the one with ADD. You have no excuse. Let's go.
Sorry. Thank you all for being here for this.
Okay. So what are we doing today?
Well, we are going to read our vows, which sounds like
Yeah.
we need to.
Yeah, you need to brush up on those, buddy.
Sounds like we need to. But also, before we do that, because we know that's the main event, everybody was wanting us to read our vows, reread. Well, first we wanted to share what we did in line with traditional wedding things and what we scrapped, basically.
Yeah, I think it's a really hard thing for people planning a wedding where you're almost given like on a silver platter of like, this is how weddings work.
You have a little thingy on
Thank
your
you.
eye. I got it.
Thanks.
Sorry, I didn't mean to like pinch.
You didn't pinch. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like a lot of weddings, it's like the same format. And a lot of times for good reason. It works, it flows, whatever. But I think one of the reasons why our wedding was really nice and great and why I like enjoyed it so much is because we challenged a lot of those traditions and why we needed to do certain things. So we're just going to quickly run through. We've talked a lot about these on the podcast already, but people have still asked this question. So we're just going to run through generally the things that we follow traditions and we went off.
Gorge.
So the first one is that we spent the night and the morning together. Again, already discussed this a lot, but I am so glad we did this.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make sense. It's like we already live together. What is not spending the night together doing for either of us?
Yeah.
And then it was just nice to like get the whole morning together, and like especially because you weren't feeling great in the morning, to like be able to be there for each other. I just think it was nice.
Yeah, that's like, I guarantee that's a tradition of like religious people getting married, and
Oh, it's a purity thing, I believe. of,
yeah.
like, make sure you don't sleep together the night of your wedding.
yeah. But yeah, that was your idea, and I'm really glad, because at first I was like, I always had that thought of like, oh, I'll be with my friends, we'll be laughing in bed, and like, oh my God, are you so excited for tomorrow? Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. But then it was like, well, I can do that with you. And
Yeah.
that is more fun.
Well, and you did do that.
Yeah.
As we've discussed.
Okay.
I'm kidding. People are so
People are mad at me.
upset. Not like we haven't gotten anyone from the podcast, but we have been posting little clips on our TikTok.
Yeah.
And we posted the clip talking about how Taryn and her friends were like being loud the night before our wedding. I don't know if people thought it was like 3 a.m. or something, but
It was
people
like
are
11.
so mad at Taryn for it. It's really funny.
I can't even, it like actually grinds my gears, because
Really?
yeah, it drives me actually a little
Aw,
kooky,
honey.
because,
Why do you care what anyone thinks?
okay, I respect that thought, but
Yeah.
it's really hard to not care what people think.
Okay.
Like, it is actually, I find it very hard, because
But like in this scenario where they're like, that is so rude that you would do that, whatever they're saying, it's like, it's not there. That's like the same thing. There's so many videos on TikTok of like people smashing the cake in each other's face, and people are like, immediate divorce. But they probably discussed that prior, and that's their relationship. And they like, I would be pissed if I had cake smashed in my face,
yeah,
but you would know that and you wouldn't do it. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not that serious.
I like, there's a difference to me between the comments that are like immediate divorce, blah, 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 and like that one girl's comment that I just like, it drives me nuts.
I don't remember what it
Said something like, serious question, how could you marry someone with that level of disrespect?
No, she didn't.
Yeah, that was the one I read to you in the
well,
Uber.
Oh my God. I feel like I also need to share that I left my phone out there. I went to go to bed and everyone was still out there having fun. We'd also been at welcome drinks. People had been drinking.
Yeah.
Like, you're not thinking about other stuff. This house is massive. And when you go back to the bedroom, it like, you're kind of out of sight, out of mind. So
Yeah.
I go back in because I didn't wash my face. I already showered and stuff. I don't know, brushed my teeth or whatever. And I was like, oh shit, my phone's out there. I go back out and I get it. And multiple people were like, oh, they were blasting music. And they were like, Cam, is it?
Asked.
Yeah. Taryn asked, do you want, I thought Tony asked for some reason.
I asked.
Taryn asked, do you want me to turn? No, it was
We can
somebody
turn the
else.
music off. I said
Okay,
we can
whatever.
turn the big speaker off.
Okay, well, somebody else also said it because I said to them, like, they didn't know me as
swear
well.
I did. That's
But
why
I
it
was
drives
like,
me
no,
crazy.
it's okay. Because I wouldn't say this to you. I could sleep through any, like, I wouldn't tell you that. But I was like, I said to the group collectively, you're totally fine. I can literally sleep through anything. I don't care. I'm going to go to bed. You guys have fun. So I had said that. So when I got in bed and they were watching TikToks and stuff on the loudspeaker. So it was like silence and then noise. That's when I can't sleep. I literally could sleep to like a full rager in our home if the volumes are consistent.
Yeah.
They just weren't consistent. That was it. And Taryn didn't have her phone. She wasn't ignoring my texts. She was unaware. She was hanging out with her friends. She was excited. But
And
also, who cares? If I don't care, you guys don't care.
Whatever. Whatever.
It's okay, baby.
I'm nice. I wasn't like,
It wasn't intentional.
Something about that and the way that landed was that I was like fucking monkey on the walls, like smacking the doors, and you were like, baby, stop. And I was like, no, I want to be with my friends.
I don't think that's
It
what
was
people
like-
thought. I think they just
That's how
thought
it felt.
you weren't taking into consideration that I went to bed. It's the night before the wedding. And it's loud. I think
Yeah.
it wasn't like people didn't think you and that I've noticed that that's a thing that makes you really sad. That if your intent isn't negative, you get really bummed if people take it in the context of like
Yeah.
that's rude or like whatever.
Yeah.
And it's most people, whenever we do anything that could come off as disrespectful, rude, or everything or anything like that, it's not intentional.
Yeah.
If people are intentionally harming other people, that is so insane and so fucked up.
True.
And like 99% of the time, no one is doing that. So I don't think most people thought you were intentionally like swinging from a chandelier and being like, you're not gonna sleep. I think they're just like, whoa, it's the night before your wedding. Why weren't you thinking about, why wasn't that on your mind? But you know
But it
what?
was on my
when
mind.
you're a little tipsy and you're hanging out with your friends, you're not thinking about that stuff.
And also, we're older. We're early 30s. We are with our best friends all in one room
Never.
once every 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, never.
Yeah.
So, whatever. Okay.
Oh, Bubby. I love you.
I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna hurt you.
Okay, I literally wrote a note of like that point we were gonna go by so quickly and became a
That's
whole
okay. We'll
thing.
run through them.
Okay, we did no first look, which I think is funny because that is like a traditional thing to not have a first look that has become non-traditional, and I think people only do it because they want to make sure they get their photos in and it's more for the timeline.
Yeah.
But if you have a really incredible wedding planner and photographer, you too cannot do a first look and get all your stuff done.
Yeah.
I also feel like a lot of people do their vows at this time, which is something I kind of did want to do
Yeah.
because I didn't
I
want to
didn't know
read.
that at the time. I would have taken that into consideration.
We did talk about it.
No, we didn't.
We did, baby. I mean, we talked about so many things. Wedding planning.
Oh God, I'm gonna just hang up.
Hang up.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay. I wanted to do our vows, just us, because I just get nervous in front of people. And I was like, these aren't for everybody else. These are for us. And you were like, I really want to share this in front of everyone. And I wasn't going to sit there and be like, you can share your vows and I'm just not going to say shit in front of anyone. But I'm so glad that we did in front of everyone because it really was like such a special moment altogether. Are you okay?
No, dude, no.
Damn, Taryn's really losing this round.
Oh, I just feel like I could just feel it already. It being like, dude, whatever Taryn says goes, and I'm like, that's just not it.
That's not it at all. It wasn't.
Ugh.
Well, I want this, and it was okay. I'll do whatever you want. Like, there were times I think we both had to not be separate about things we literally didn't care about.
Yeah,
We would disagree on things, and then be like, okay, but why do you want that? And it'd be things that one of us didn't care about. And it was like, no, let go of that thing.
Yeah.
And then we got in a good groove. Like, I initially didn't want, and I'm only thinking of the things that I like change my mind on. Cause obviously those are like the top of mind things. There's things that you changed your mind on. But I didn't want our bridal party standing up there with us. I didn't want a bridal party at first. Cause I was like, oh, I get nervous about leaving people out. And is somebody going to be bummed? And then it just puts pressure on these people. And oh my God, thank God we one had a bridal party and two had them up there with us because that was so fun having our people up there.
But even that is another example of something I wanted and then I got.
But that's what I'm saying. Those are of course top of mind because I'm thinking, where did I change my mind?
I see.
I mean,
I see.
You know, I can't think of the things that I was like, oh, I had to convince you because they were just conversations and I know having your people up there was something very important to you. You made that super clear to me that like that meant a lot to you. You didn't say like, I'm not marrying you unless my friends can stand up there with me. But you were like, yeah, this is.
You weren't listening to me. I did say that.
But you were like, yeah, this is something super important to me. And I was like, whoa, okay, let me think. And I had to think about why was it important to me not to have that.
Right.
And then I kind of realized that wasn't important to me.
Yeah.
And it was really nice. And I'm sure that you did. Do you have any examples of when you gave something up?
Yeah, I did not want to do. Well, I kind of wanted to do a first look a little bit.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad that we didn't.
Yeah.
We just said one. Fuck.
The sleeping.
The sleeping. I like desperately wanted to have that separate moment.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we didn't.
Yeah. That's okay. That's good. Good job. Good job.
I'm under attack.
Okay. Do you want to go through the next one?
I'll share one. Building.
Sorry, she's trying to read upside down.
I am trying to read upside down. Building our own ceremony.
Yes.
Okay. this was something that I think I'm so glad that we did. Most people, or I guess like, I don't want to say most people, but a lot of people have their hands off during the ceremony. Like couples don't care. They're just like, hey, here's how we met, whatever. They talk to the officiant, which is normally someone they know through church, or they hire an officiant online or something. They share a little bit of information about their love story, whatever, and then the officiant just runs with the ceremony unless there's any like special little things they want as a part of it.
Yeah.
And
you normally like outsource this part.
yeah, and
you know?
I think we both were a little like, we wanted our paws in this. A little baby paws. And so we basically wrote the building blocks of our ceremony, like things that we definitely wanted to have in it.
Yeah.
We had our brothers co-officiate, which our wedding planners had never seen 2 people, let alone 3 people officiating. But we were like,
we did a
think
lot
this
of
is
group
special.
things.
Yeah.
Like even our speeches at the wedding, we were like,
Yeah.
you're going to do group speeches, which
yeah.
a lot of pressure on everybody else, but they worked great.
Yeah. So we did that. And then we did like, it wasn't a traditional Jewish ceremony, but we did the breaking of the glass because we felt that that meant something to us. Normally the breaking of the glass happens at the end of the ceremony, but we were like, wait, what if we do it towards the beginning so that it like sets the tone for the rest? We like had a minute where we looked out at everybody that was there. I was going to say the audience. I hate that word. I don't mean it, but
Our guests. That's what we decided on.
we looked out at our guests and hi, Riggy.
Sorry, Ricky's butt is just kind of like in the
Oh
camera.
no, don't look up your tail. Don't lift it.
Don't do
lift
it.
Don't lift it. She's like, okay, just
Sit down,
sit.
baby. Good
Okay.
girl.
Yeah, so we had a moment where like we looked out at people. Basically, we said, what's our dream ceremony? Why would we not have that?
Yeah, we just
And
kind of
then
picked
we
and
built it.
choose.
And I'm glad we did. It was perfect.
I'm so glad we did. I do want to say that it wasn't easy.
That
Like,
was very stressful.
that was probably one of the more stressful elements, trying to piece it all together, make it make sense, wondering like, is this going to flow well? Like I totally get why people just go by the books with this, let whoever's officiating run it. Having all 3 of our brothers doing it and like having their different strengths and weaknesses and fears going into it. Like, so
a lot of juggling.
Yeah, it wasn't easy. And if anyone had, like, I don't think this is going to apply to most people. So if anyone ever has specific questions, feel free to like DM us or reach out on how we kind of figured that out. We're not going to like go into all the details right now. But yeah, I think it worked out so well, but it did take a lot of time and effort and was like a point of a lot of stress for a while.
I'll roll to the next one real quick. We
Get
did
it.
not have a maid of honor or a best man, which I am so thankful for in retrospect. Like that, trying to pick one person that's like your person is so intense, especially if you don't have like a clear sibling winner.
Yeah, a lot of people just do their sibling because that's easier.
Totally. And like it's actually a lot of work for that person. They have to plan a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like your top 8 and it's like picking which person is like the top person. It's just kind of ridiculous.
It's
so
icky.
I'm glad we didn't do that. And then it basically not only made everybody feel equally special, but it like divvied up the roles.
Yeah, people could shine where it worked. Like your closest friend might not be the best planner.
Yeah.
Like your best person who like listens to you cry and complain about the stresses of the wedding planning might not be the one who's like organizing your bachelorette party. Let people kind of shine where they shine. And it's so unfair to put it all on one person in my mind that I'm like, they just have to do everything. Oh, that's so overwhelming. And then like you have to hope that your other people are going to help them. So
That's a lot.
It kind of just depends on how your friend group is, but it really worked for our groups of friends because they're the best.
Any more of these bad boys?
Okay, and then we have we did a parent-daughter dance instead of just father-daughter dance, and that was really nice and really special. I loved that moment, like being up there with my mom. It was really sweet, and I'm so glad we did that.
Same.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, because it is kind of weird that like your dad, it's just your dad.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of
cute,
traditional wedding stuff is like kind of gross of like them giving you away, and it's like your dad's
Like
your first love. And I'm like, this is creeping me out. Like, I love my dad, but I also love my mom. And like, my dad isn't giving me away. My parents equally helped to raise me to the person I am today. Same did with Taryn's parents. And now we are all coming together. Like, you're not selling me off for what is it called? The
Cattle?
No,
That's
no.
all I'm thinking about.
No, whenever you like give somebody the dowry, is that what it's called?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the right
Yeah, I
word?
think it's your dowry, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, none of that's happening. Like, it's ew. Ew. And then our final one is that we didn't have a wedding cake. Yep. We're not cake girlies. I got a wedding cake for our rehearsal. It was so pretty. And our planners, thank God, took a couple pictures for me, but I didn't get like aesthetic, cute photos. I'll try to find some and post it on our Staying Up podcast or Instagram. But yeah, we just had a bunch of really, really good desserts.
Yeah.
So
we did like s'mores. We had espresso martinis.
And then like a bunch of little past ones. The vegan bundt cakes were like hitting.
Vegan
I'm
bundt
so bummed I
cakes.
didn't get it. Churros.
Same.
Yeah. Same? Same what?
I'm sad I didn't get a bundt cake.
Oh, yeah.
That was the worst day of my life.
Jesus. I'm just going to post that clip on TikTok.
Oh my God, no.
Taryn said our wedding day was the worst day of her
I'm
life.
so in my feels in my head right now.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
What do you need from me, babe?
I need you to read your vows to me so I can
Okay.
be like, oh my God, she loves me no matter what a dumb fucking bitch I am.
Don't say that. Don't say that about my wife. Okay, so you want me to go first?
Sure.
Guessing? Oh
Yeah.
God, I'm so nervous.
Okay,
right
why
now.
are we choosing to read our vows again?
I don't know. Kidding. No, I mean, I don't know.
For me, I
I'm
think
so nervous.
that people are writing your own vows and reading your vows seem to be this like, it's the question. Everybody's like, are you guys writing your own vows? Are you going to read them out loud? Are you going to read them to each other? Are you going to share them with other people? Like, I think that it is proof that people are scared to be vulnerable in front of other people.
Yeah.
And I think that that is such a fun thing to do as humans.
Yeah.
So my hope in sharing our vows is, one, to help anybody who's stuck in the writing process, because it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to figure out what to share, how much to share, how you want to structure it all.
Yeah.
But two, that like yes, it's like extremely personal to us, and these are the most personal things we've both ever written, but that like I'm happy to say them in front of anyone.
Yeah. And
I'm excited to say them to you in front of people because
Yeah.
I'm like,
well,
this is how I feel.
Yeah, you're like witnesses to the vows too.
Yeah.
And it's as personal as it is. One of the when I did so much Googling of like the perfect vows, how do I write this? How do I structure this? And there's really not a lot of great advice out there, I'll
No.
be honest. But one thing I really liked was, I think I actually saw it in a TikTok. Do not write just for your person if you are saying them out loud at your ceremony. Because if there's too many inside jokes, like your guests are an audience. There
Yeah.
are people watching this
Yeah.
that you are entertaining them. Like a ceremony is like, if it's just for you two, elope, just like only have it you two. We are having a big ceremony in front of all of our favorite friends, family, whoever, that we are bringing them into our relationship. So give them a little glimpse into it.
Yeah.
Inside jokes, great. Have a couple. But like if it's just full of stuff that no one else understands, that's not very special.
Yeah.
So these weren't written just under the context of only for you.
Right.
These are like, hey, and I'm promising your people that I'm going to take care of you and love you.
Absolutely.
And, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I was touched by the amount of people that cared to hear them or wanted to be a part
I
of
know,
it,
that's
or
really cute.
said congratulations or all the things, or shared that our relationship has meant anything to you. So I hope that in this next couple minutes you feel like you are a witness to our love, because you are.
Also, I know Taryn's are better, so if anyone
They're
says
not.
it,
They're not.
I will cry. Because I already know. So you
They're
don't need
not.
to say it. You can just be like, oh my God, Taryn, that was amazing. But just don't say that they're so much better than mine.
No, they're not. So don't, because we know you'd be lying.
It's actually crazy that we haven't read these or seen these since You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that moment, standing in front of people and hearing them, and it's like the moment is so intense that like I feel like we're both gonna feel like we're hearing them for the first time.
100%.
So okay, I'm ready.
Okay. I had like a lot of fluff to try to make it like personal, but again, I could not see during our ceremony, so I was like trying to look up at Taryn and then losing my spot. I'm already horrible at reading out loud. So oh my god, my heart is racing. I'm so nervous again. Yeah.
Okay, I feel it.
Yeah. Why are you going on my neck? Why are you choking me out?
Wait, stop talking. It's actually very calm.
You always say that when I feel like my heart's racing, and I don't know what that means because I feel maybe I just feel I don't know what it is in my body.
You're chilling.
Okay. Camden reads her vows. That's what it says.
The upsetting part is that Frank is
Chewing away on a
out of
toy.
a
I hope
toy.
y'all can't hear that. Wait, I need a little bit of water first.
Oh, bye, Riggs. Riggy, Frank, this is the first time you're hearing our vows.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. Go ahead.
I promised myself I would get through my entire vows without doing any baby talk. So I really need to focus. Wish me luck, everyone. I looked out at the audience. And then I don't remember if I said something, if I added, but now I'm just going to try to get through it without crying because I was a blibbering mess. Anyways. Now I can stand here and pretend like 8 years ago when I met you, as you played a cowbell so skillfully, that I had no idea we would be standing here today. But I think that might not be completely true. I'm pretty sure I always knew deep down that we were meant to be, at least in some way, even if that just meant as friends or I could have the pleasure of being a spectator to your life. From the moment we met, you became my comfort person. If I was going through a rough time, I would jump on a plane to visit you in San Francisco. When I couldn't make it home to see my family for the holidays, your family would take me in as their own. When I needed someone to obsess over reality dating shows with, you were already 10 steps ahead of me making full drafts for The Bachelor. And when I felt like I couldn't open up to anyone else in the world, I would dump all of my feelings on you. Sorry about that. Our friendship was easy and cozy. I couldn't tell if you viewed me as any more than a friend because although you made me feel so special, you have this innate ability to make every single person you are with feel heard and important and cared for. But I guess since we are here today, you must like me a little bit, huh? And I can't believe I get to be here, get to be the person to feel your love every single day for the rest of my life. When I sat down to write this, I thought back to the first thing I ever really wrote for you. It was a letter before we started dating, detailing just how glad I am to be in your orbit. To this day, you keep that note in your backpack, so I had to be very, very sneaky to get it for this, but I wanted to reread it today.
I love how tattered it is.
It's so tattered, y'all. It's ripped and shredded. So I had her brother hiding this in his pocket, and then he handed it to me, all tattered up. And my vows say, read note.
This is so sweet.
It's the writing on this, guys, is so little. I should have rewrote it out because I was like, what does it say? Tara, you're much better with words than I could ever be, but you're definitely helping to bring it out of me more and more every single day. Honestly, I feel like we are eventually going to pull a hole when the student becomes a master situation here pretty soon.
I love that line.
Do you?
That's funny.
Okay, I'm stalling because I don't think any words are ever going to articulate how I feel about you. But woo, here goes nothing. I haven't had the pleasure to know you for the entire 29 years you've been on this earth, but I'm pretty sure I've known you well before that, and I hope to know you every moment after this. Although apparently our meeting was slightly less serendipitous than I thought, it still feels like having you in my life was an inevitable fate that I couldn't be more thrilled about. I've always been a let life happen kind of gal, and I've never truly allowed myself to feel certain about anything so that I don't have to be disappointed if it goes away or changes. But when it comes to you, I feel so certain. I feel certain you'll be in my life. I feel certain that you bring out my favorite parts of me. I feel certain that every single fun moment is immediately better with you. I feel certain that any difficult time in life would be eased by your side. I feel so certain about you. That certainty makes me feel so calm and at ease, which oddly enough terrifies the absolute shit out of me. It was so awkward saying that out loud. No one else was supposed to ever hear this. So I was reading the vows and I was like, I have to swear in front of your mom. I hate swearing in front of your mom. But truly, whether I get the opportunity to do life with you or the simple privilege of making you smile every once in a while, I'll take it. That was so stressful to read in front of everyone because that was like, I wrote the vows thinking everyone would hear it. But that letter, I was like, that was only ever for Tear Bear's eyes. Are you crying?
I'm just like,
I love
that is
you.
So I'm just, it's just special that you think any of those things about me, you know?
Of course. And have for a long time.
I love you.
I love you. Okay, back to the vows. If I was more of a gambling woman back then, I would have definitely done a parlay on us dating and getting married, but I'm sure we will make up for it by betting on every single sporting event or cooking competition we watch for the rest of our lives.
That got a big hit during the
Oh, yeah.
ceremony.
I wrote that
was a big
specifically
hit.
for Taryn's boys,
Yeah.
and they loved it.
They loved it.
I never thought I could find someone more competitive than I am, but here she is. And if all of that wasn't enough to prove that you are the absolute perfect partner in life I could ever dream of, my favorite thing about you is the value you place on and see in all of the little life moments. You are on a mission to find joy in putting away the dishes, taking out the trash, or even cleaning up the dog's poop. You stop it. You're going to make me cry. Don't. I'm not going to be able to read them. Stop it. I was so nervous writing these vows because of this gift you have. You will remember the most seemingly insignificant moment and yet place some beautiful, profound meaning to it that everyone can relate to so easily. So, Tear Bear, I promise to recognize that we are not two halves coming together to be one, but rather two whole humans with different feelings and emotions and perspectives and experiences, using our differences to support and teach one another. I promise to take time out of our stressful and busy lives to find joy and silliness in the most mundane moments. I promise to be playful and childish with you. Childish. I promise that even though I'm the most squeamish person I know, I will clean up your sick when you've had too much to drink. I promise to keep a log of your heart rate, cholesterol levels, and blood pressure so that I can remind you that you are healthy and do not have a hidden illness. That one was supposed to kind of be a joke, but I think it got her the most in the ceremony. I promise to keep working on us and prioritizing us, always learning and striving to be a better partner for you. I promise to keep beating you at almost every single card or board game we play. I'm sorry, you're better than me at almost everything else, so just give me this one thing. And I promise to keep choosing you and choosing us every single day for the rest of our lives. I love you. You may now kiss the bride. Oh, cool.
I love you.
I love you, Kissy. Hi, beauty. Oh my gosh, you have mascara all over your little eyeballs. Yeah.
I feel emotional.
I love you.
What do I do?
I don't know. Just let it be. Yeah. And you're kind of like wiped. Now you just kind of like wiped it up there. Come here. I love you.
There's just like nothing that prepares you for someone bearing their little heart out to you. It's just, and then the person that you want to the most doing it is like even.
Yeah, you're
crazier.
like, is this real life?
Okay. Jesus. Sorry for just doing that in the microphone.
Snotting in it. You're like,
I was like, okay, you ready?
yes. Sing to me, Paula. Not me.
Have
making
you
it.
ever seen such a beautiful
I said Paula instead of Paolo. Not me changing.
Alapadosa? Okay. Taryn reads her vows. Okay, this is my part.
I'm scared.
Ready?
I'm already
Are
crying.
you already crying?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? I say a lot of stuff. I spend basically all of my time turning my thoughts into words. But I hope you hear that out of all of the words I've ever read, thought, edited, typed, written, or said, these are my most important ones. I once read most of a book, called The Power of Moments. It's about why some moments feel bigger, more memorable, or more life-altering than others. There are a few factors, but my best distillation is that it all comes down to being surprised. Surprise stretches time. When you genuinely weren't expecting something and something happens, the experience stands out among the rest and cements itself in your memory. You hate surprises. I know this, but I hope to use this time to give surprises a rebrand because they've been very good to us. Cam, I was not expecting you. And the day you told me you had feelings for me was, honest to God, the most surprised I've ever felt. I will remember those 5 seconds, which now feel like an entire day, for the rest of my life, which is wild for someone like me who has an absolute trash memory. But the amount of surprises I've had with you explain why the last 7 years almost feel like the only years I've ever known. I said 7 and you said 8, by the way. I don't know what's true.
I don't know.
We'll fight about that after. I did not expect for the actual prettiest person on the planet to ask to buy me a beer. I was surprised every single time I saw your name pop up on my phone. I was surprised you'd come to my work events, even though they kind of sucked and you would never use the product. I was surprised we built a friendship from opposite ends of California and truly did not expect it to turn into more. I was surprised with how you handled my anxiety in a way I truly dreamed that someone could. I was surprised when you broke our bed, not from banging. I didn't say that. I said not from that, but I did think it would be funny to say not from banging. And I thought you'd be mortified. So
I would have been. You just said that and I was like, did she say that in front of everyone?
I had that in the first draft and I was like, I can't say that.
No.
Okay. I was surprised when you broke our bed, not from that, but from running and jumping like a flying squirrel. You flew so high.
I did.
What else? I was surprised that you let me name our skittish dog after my hunky TV crush when we just randomly bought a house. And super surprised we got COVID 3 times. Tough. Losers. We are losers. And I was and still am so deeply surprised that you addressed my rom-com loving heart and proposed to me by recreating one of my favorite scenes. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
This has all felt like I'm living in the best rom-com of all time. I'm Andy Anderson playing cards, calling bullshit. I'm Jonathan Traeger laying on an ice rink. Or Kat Stratford standing on a soccer field watching someone I love dance through the bleachers. And I'm loving every second of this movie. But we don't owe it all to surprise or chance or serendipity. A lot, yes, but the other part of our story that makes it what it is how much we orchestrated it. We did this. We worked on a friendship, and after 5 years, we took our very slim opportunity to see how love looked on us. We risked a lot with that, and I will spend my life feeling grateful that we did. We are a mix of destiny and orchestration, fate and hard work, serendipity and grabbing opportunity. In our wedding magazine, I shared a journal from when we first started dating about how I knew literally in a month that we would end up together. What I shared was actually only half of what I wrote that day. The other half was a list of things I loved about you then and love about you still. You are such an adult. Like, you genuinely hate being late. You plan ahead. You fix stuff. I feel so safe with you.
I love you.
I love you. You like such conflicting things. Makeup and football, high heels and DIY plumbing, dainty jewelry, and big slobbery dogs. Your complexity is beautiful. You are drop dead gorgeous. Like, it's weird. And then I looked at everyone and I was like, right, everybody, like, it's weird. I won't spend much time here because everyone with eyes knows this, or probably people without eyes too, because even your voice is pretty. And although looks fade and blah, 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 it's an added bonus that I will certainly not take for granted. You are an actual treasure to be next to. I love walking by you. I love being in group chats with you. I love when people say our names together. I can't imagine getting used to it. My last thing, and this is no surprise, is that you are just so good. You are a light. You are goodness personified. You're not perfect, but you know it, and that is perfect. You're so many good things wrapped together into this incredible little person. And today, in front of all of our people, I am both surprised and not surprised at all that I get to become your wife. Here are 10 promises that I'm excited to make to you. I promise to surprise you with selflessness, with growth, and with how quickly I apologize. I promise to give you the foamier cup of coffee, the cuter cocktail, or the prettier plate, whether you know it or not. I promise to not cut corners from how I load the dishwasher to how I express my love, from how I play with the dogs to how I will play with our kids. I promise to work my hardest on not keeping a scorecard, but when I do, I promise to give you more points than I give myself. I promise to always work on myself and invest in my relationships because a better me makes a better us. But also, I promise not to change myself too much because I love me and you love me too. I promise to never watch an episode of Love Island without you, without your consent. You know how my mom spends literal years at the grocery store, or your mom tells us the same story 3 times a day? Well, whatever your thing becomes when you become a mother, I promise to make our kids find a way to celebrate it. I promise to keep cracking my absolutely fire jokes because they're amazing and you deserve to laugh. I promise to tell you you are beautiful or hot or cool whenever I think it. You are beautiful. You are hot and you are cool. I promise to do everything I can to build the life we both dream of, a love we both deserve, and a family we raise from good little ones that turn into good big ones. I wanted to end my vows with a quote from a show that we both adore, Love on the Spectrum. Jimmy said this on his wedding day. I'm not sure when to end my vows, so I won't. I vow to keep making vows until we die, for we are special and worth it.
God, those slap second time around.
Oh no, your little tears.
Yeah. Oh, those are so good, dude.
I have like a big snot thing in
Ew,
my
ew, don't. I'll throw up.
Ugh, that was tough to take down.
Oh, God, what do we do for the rest of this episode? I need a nap from crying.
Well, how long have we been recording? Oh my God, it's been 51 minutes. Let's just end it.
When did that happen?
No.
Yeah, we gotta just end on that note, guys.
We were gonna do a little juicy story, but
we'll
now
do it
we're
next
not.
time. Maybe we'll do a couple next time. God, those are so special.
You did an amazing job.
You did an amazing job. I love the way you write.
I love you.
Like,
And
I already love the
you
way
express yourself.
you write so much, and I love the meaning you put into things. So for you to be this, like, it could be any subject matter, and I like it. For you to be writing about me, it's like, what the fuck? That's so cool.
I love you.
I feel so lucky. Oh, those are so good. And that quote, oh my God, I remember when we were watching that episode of Love on the Spectrum, and you and I look at each other and lost it.
I can't.
It's
like
the fucking. It was the sweetest thing it was the sweetest moment of TV that's ever existed. Oh my God, baby. Are you okay?
It's
You're
so
cute.
crazy because it's not even like a couple on the show that I cared about.
No.
It was just so sweet that like
Yeah.
he clearly has a hard time expressing himself. And he then expresses himself in the literal sweetest,
Yeah.
most like profound way where it's like, you should never end your vows.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I promise to keep making vows to you. It's like the sweetest fucking thing.
It was so sweet. I want to rewatch that. I don't even specifically remember who it was and like
You're gonna
what couple
die.
it was.
It was the pool player.
The what?
The guy that played pool.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Oh yeah, it was season 1, huh?
Yeah, season 1.
Oh my God. And I remember
fuck.
when we watched that, and we had said this to each other, like jokingly or not, a lot throughout the last year of like, oh, I'm going to put that in my vows. I'm going to put that in my vows. And I remember watching that and you being like, I'm going to end my vows like that. I'm going to use that. I'm stealing that. So when you said it, I was like, holy shit, she did it. I remembered that.
Well,
I also really enjoyed like how much we talked to each other throughout the vows and
Me
we
too.
responded to each other.
me too.
Like it just felt like we should be saying something. And I like that we didn't like stay totally silent. It was fun.
That
God,
was-
I love you.
That was fun. That was like potentially more special,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, that
than
was really
doing it
nice.
there.
Yeah. Just to focus on each other and like I feel like I really got to hear you that time. We should read them to each other every year on our anniversary.
Cute.
That'd be nice.
I'd be down.
I love you.
I love you so much. Thank you for being here to witness that for all who watched. We're still gonna come up with a name for our listeners. We got some fucking hilarious ideas.
Taryn asked on our Instagram story, and
Let me see if I can get any of them up because
if it's past 24 hours, Instagram doesn't let you anymore. It's really annoying, the update.
that's really fucking stupid.
But they're really, really funny. Some of them were very bizarre, but some of them
They're like mostly around being like sleepover people.
yeah, but
Which
some of
is
them
cute.
are just like
Pillow
Very creative.
Princess was funny.
I think I said that. That was my idea.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh
was-
yeah.
that was
Somebody
me.
said pillow something. and I
Someone
thought
said,
that was
yeah,
funny.
pillow something. And I was like, oh my God, pillow princesses. We should call you all pillow princesses.
I want it to be quicker is the problem.
Hi, little peepees.
Maybe
Hi, my little pillow princesses.
people were like slumbies. People were like sleepies. Besties.
Like, we could call them crusties. Like, when you get, like,
That is so fucked up. What's up, crusties?
funny.
Someone else said, a couple people said like night owls, like owls and
That's
stuff.
cute. Hoo-hoo.
Let me hear you. That's our call in the wild.
Well, if you have any more ideas, let us know, because
Yeah.
I'll add a little question box at the bottom of, if you're listening on Spotify, you can answer questions. I normally just say, like, what did you think of the episode? But share what you think you guys should be called.
And I'll also post on Instagram so people can like each other's comments, and
Cute.
we'll use that as like a upvoting system.
Yeah, love that.
What a sleepover.
We laughed. We cried.
We felt bad about ourselves for a moment there. I did.
I was like, I felt great.
Thank you all for staying up with us.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you
Sweet
next week.
dreams.
Sweet dreams. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna tickle your little toes. Toto. I'm thinking what you do at a sleepover. I don't know that you would
tickled
do
too.
that.
We gotta go.
Okay.